Number 5. Let us address probably Earth's greatest cliché. Zombies. I am so freaking sick and tired of zombies. Why? 'Cause they're goddamn everywhere! You can't turn the corner without seeing something relating to zombies. Whether it be in movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, frickin' anime, the cliché of zombies has been beaten to undeath.
But we'll stop beating this dead horse when it stops spitting out money. But until then, we will repeat stuff.
And quite frankly, it has gotten very, very annoying. And hell, you probably already know what roleplay I'm talking about! The Crafting Dead by SGC Barbarian. Now, I hope a lot of people aren't mad about my choice here, because I know that this is a very big roleplay with a very big fan base behind it. And that's understandable, because I'm pretty sure Crafting Dead is one of the first, if not the first, Minecraft roleplay on YouTube. SGC Barbarian has been around for actually a very long time as well. And of course, the one series we all know him for is The Crafting Dead. It's the crown glory of his channel. It takes place with our main character Nick, waking up one day and finding himself in the center of a zombie apocalypse on his island home.
Oh my god. What the hell is that? Ugh.
And from there, he forms a small ragtag group of people to help fend off the zombies. Essentially, it's every zombie story ever made. You got the team leader, the brawler, the weapons expert, the brains, the medic, the speed fighter, the mascot, and of course, the guy who dies first. Even though it is every zombie survival story ever made, it's actually really good. Because one of the best elements of this story is the story. There's lots of good characters and lots of twists and turns, which is one of the reasons why it's up this high on the list. Another good thing is the visuals. This resource pack they use shows off the zombie-infested world perfectly. One of my favorite settings being the ruins of DC. It looks marvelous. It actually looks like what DC would look like if it was overrun by zombies and fell into despair. And all the other little towns and other places they visit really look like what it would be in the zombie apocalypse. So, visually speaking, it's perfect. But the best thing this roleplay's got going for it are its characters. Because compared to almost every other roleplay on this list, except for number 1 and number 3, this has the biggest cast of YouTubers involved in it. Allow me to list off some of the YouTubers involved in this series. You got SGC Barbarian, AK-47, Ghetto Gamer, Sharkboy, Afmal, Sky Does Minecraft, That Guy Barney, Jinbop, Adam Rodriguez, the list goes on. So needless to say, there's been a lot of effort put into this roleplay, and it really shows through. But my favorite characters being the villains, because Crafting Dead definitely has some of the greatest villains in a story I've ever seen. One of the main characters being Red Vactor, who plays a cannibal.
So you're the one that's been taking people.
It's the end of the world, Nick. Everyone's gotta eat.
And also Ross, who he's a scientist. Ah! Yeah, that's right, that Ross. He plays one of the main villains in this story. And it's really great because in other roles, Ross plays a silly, goofy, not that smart.
I tried buying things with butter once. It didn't work.
In this roleplay, he is evil, genius, and downright terrifying. Usually that goofy look on his face makes you laugh, but in this roleplay, it sends chills down my spine.
Everything you've done so far, I just don't get it.
Oh, imagine you're working on something and these bugs just keep coming and pestering you and sometimes you just gotta swat them.
But of course now you gotta know, why is it only number 5? To be honest, the voice acting is terrible. Now during the actual machinima moments, it's pretty good. The voice acting is great, there is so much energy put into it, but during the actual roleplay parts of it,
Down here. This is my territory. What are you doing here? I haven't seen you around here.
We live, like, right down the street. We've been just holding up.
yeah, not that good. It's definitely improved since Season 1, but to be honest, not that much.
Alright, cool. Looks like the barricades are holding up. That's good.
Hey man, yo, go grab the rest of the supplies that's in the chest up there. We gotta go finish that watchtower.
Around, do some clear, clean entries, figure out what's going on, and see if we can find our pals.
Okay, well, just looking around, it looks like that guard tower, and that one too, they're both
Yeah,
empty.
they're both empty.
And while I do enjoy the story itself with all its twists and turns, it's pretty much every zombie survival story. Not only that, but the story's been running for quite a while. And not to sound rude, but I kind of want the story to end. We're currently in the 13th season of Crafting Dead, and there doesn't seem to be any end to the story in sight. Now, I know I've complained about stories ending too fast, but this is a story that needs to end. It's had a good story so far, it's had great running time, but it doesn't seem to have an ending. It's at the point that's been running for such a long time, you kind of want it to end. Don't get me wrong though, I do love this series, and it's definitely fantastic. But I'm sure many of you have already watched this, so you already know that. It's one of the biggest series on YouTube, and it definitely doesn't disappoint.
He's our friend!
That's not Barney anymore. You have to shoot.
No.
Shoot!
Number 4. Just wondering, how many of you have ever heard of the sci-fi show called Sliders? If you haven't, don't worry, I'll explain it. And if you have,
Good for you.
I'm going to explain it anyway. Oh, great. Sliders was a show that aired in the mid-90s. It takes place about a young college man who makes a machine that allows him to travel to other dimensions, allowing him to slide in from dimension to dimension to dimension. But when him and his group of colleagues end up getting trapped, it's up to the luck of the dice and how they get home, as they randomly jump from dimension to dimension, hoping to find the one that leads them home. And it's actually a really great show. Possibly one of the greatest sci-fi shows ever made, up there with Firefly. And I'd like to believe that this roleplay is based off of that. Mythos Craft by the Cyanide Epic. Cyanide Epic is another one of those smaller YouTubers, kind of like Dartron, but he stood out because of his great personality and pretty hilarious videos. Not only that, he's also posted a wide variety of different roleplays, but in my opinion, the crown glory of his channel is Mythos Craft. The story takes place, I'm not exactly sure when or where, it doesn't specify, but it takes place with our main character, Jorge, who's coming about the age where he's about to leave his hometown and go on an adventure of his own. And after a small argument with his father, he gets permission, and he heads out on his journey, not knowing that his 3 younger brothers, Tyler, Chris, and Carflo, followed him outside the village. On their way back, they come across a very strange obelisk, and upon coming in contact with it, they get sucked in and sent away to another dimension.
Why are you on fire? Why are you? Oh, I'm on fire too! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Oh! What's burning us?
They soon find a library, and they discover that the only way back is to find a special magical book that allows them to teleport from dimension to dimension. And they essentially have to go from dimension to dimension, finding the right library with the right book that can send them home. And that's essentially the story. So the good things? The best thing about this roleplay is that it is insanely creative. What do I mean by that? The characters they come across and the settings they go into in each dimension are pretty fantastic. Not only that, they look amazing, thanks to shaders. You got worlds with seas of lava, frozen oceans, Candyland, floating castles, and all sorts of other weird environments. It's really cool to look at. Not only that, the voice acting is very, very natural, almost on par with roommates. They actually sound like brothers talking to one another.
I'm good. I just had it right there. We're good.
Yeah. Oh, that's delicious.
What the freak? You ate the whole cake! Man. Tyler! Wow. At least I had some cake. Jeez, Tyler.
It was delicious.
Another great thing, similar to Pirates, this is a good blend of both drama and comedy. It's a great mixture of intense battles with good humor.
I needed to do this. You guys are young. I mean, you don't have to be going through. Come on.
Look, I'm just as qualified as you for going out here.
Tyler,
And look,
Tyler,
boring.
just because somehow you're growing a beard when you're freaking 12 doesn't mean you actually can be out here, okay?
Especially when they're in Candyland.
I'm a duck! I'm a rubber duck! How am I a rubber duck? Oh my goodness!
It's made of like Hawaiian punch. Why is anything in this world not sugar?
Oh, there you are. Okay, let's go. Follow the rubber duck. I can't believe I'm saying that. Look at this!
Cyanide, if I step on you, will you squeak?
No, you're not even. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you!
He squeaks!
Also, you get really invested in the story and our characters. You become worried if they're going to make it home or not.
We've gone to 3 different dimensions without our brothers.
Yes, but
we're
we're
never gonna find them.
We're not
We're
going
gonna
to
face the fact that we're never gonna find them.
Chris! Don't you think I know that? But I'm not losing hope. All right? All right? I'm not losing hope. We will make it.
I want to give up.
We are not giving up. You are too young to even try to give up, okay? It's not happening, Chris.
At the same time, I don't want to. I don't want to turn out like an old man. But what about our
Exactly.
brothers? What if they give up?
They're not gonna give up. Come on. Tyler's really stubborn. And,
Look, why
Carlo,
can't we
well,
just-
he's not gonna give up to anything. He finds the best in everything that he sees.
I don't see us being able to make it home. Why don't we just find one of the worlds, one of the books that's
Did you
just
not
more-
hear? We can't do that. We have to keep moving. And I'm not leaving behind, even if I have to carry you along. Don't give up on
Well,
me,
you
Chris.
give me a reason to keep searching for Carlo. Tyler,
You want a
with
reason?
this thing chasing us.
You want a reason? Look at this. Look at this place. We're close. This is the first sign of home we have seen. The first time we ever seen a piece of home.
But of course, there are some flaws. The worst thing being its camera work. Now, a lot of the other roleplays on this list have had great camera work, showing off their environments from great angles. This one? Oh my god, it's awful. The main problem with it is that most of the time, the camera is stationary. There are minutes at a time where the camera just doesn't move at all. There have actually been moments during scenes like this where I've fallen asleep. Yeah, kinda boring. Which is a shame, because of the environments they show off, you'd think they wanted to show off as much as possible. Also, while I do enjoy the story, there are some parts that are so crazy and sporadic that it makes it kind of hard to follow.
I bet you can't get up in the tree.
What?
What do you bet I can't climb this tree? Are
Seriously,
you kidding
Chris?
me?
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You think
Chris.
I can't climb this tree? She thinks I can't climb this tree.
But hey, what can I complain? It's sliders in Minecraft. It is really enjoyable. And it's definitely one you're going to want to check out. Number 30. Hey, let's talk about video games in 2015 again! I swear, this is the last time. While there definitely were big titles that came out in 2015, like Undertale and Five Nights at Freddy's, there was one series in particular that got hyped up for its release so much. I'm, of course, talking about Fallout 4. Try not to be too mad when I say this, but I had never even heard of Fallout until Fallout 4 came out. And I am so disappointed in that fact, because the Fallout series is incredible. Not only that, it's just so much fun. And needless to say, the roleplay that came out about it was also pretty good. Fallout by Newscape Pro. Remember when I said that Newscape Pro only really became popular with a certain roleplay of his? This is that roleplay. And I'm sure more people might be complaining about my position with this, seeing how Fallout is so similar to Crafting Dead. In fact, SGC Barbarian assisted on Fallout. But in my opinion, Fallout is a much more well put together story than Crafting Dead is. It takes place before our main character Corey waking up and finding himself underground. Upon reaching the surface, he sees that the world has now been scorched with nuclear fallout, and there is no green in sight. Upon exploring, he finds where his old house used to stand, comes across an old robotic drone of his, as well as a talking dog named Uni. Uni tells Corey about one last place left on Earth that has some green on it, like the old world used to be.
Yeah, the green place. It's like a place that's like not been touched by fallout. It's full of grass, trees, water, and it's great. You know, you can just roll around in the grass, eat the bugs in the grass.
Oh, wow. Sounds like it doesn't exist.
It does exist.
And, being nostalgic for the world of old, Corey decides to go hunting out for this green place. Making some friends along the way, and unknown to the fact that they're being followed by bounty hunters who have been hired to claim their head. And that's mostly just a synopsis of Season 1. I'm not going to go on about the rest of it because I really do enjoy this series, and I want to try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible. Probably the best thing of this story is its visuals. It may just be a Fallout desert, but with the work of shaders and the camera angles, it looks beautiful! Just look at that!
There's something beautiful and tragic in the fallout. Let me say it one more time.
Copyright!
Not only that, a lot of work was also put into the story as well. Because almost everyone who helped work down on Crafting Dead also came to work on Fallout, including Scott is Minecraft, SGC Barbarian, Uni Comics, that guy Barney, your pal Ross. So many YouTubers worked out on this. And similar to Crafting Dead, it shines through. What puts it above Crafting Dead is the story is put together better, and also the voice acting is really fantastic. It's very natural and flowing, especially for some of the scenarios they're in where it's so chaotic.
The man, he's pitting us against each other. Don't let him do this.
If that dog barks at me again!
Don't do this.
Judy!
Adam, stop!
Weapons active.
Get out.
I'm sorry.
Also, the story is great. It's very well written, has a nice pace to it. It's fast when it needs to be, and it's slow when it needs to be, keeping it at the perfect tempo we want to hear it at. Also, I love the characters themselves, especially the fact how they address them. For instance, there's an explanation for why Corey has a camera face in this roleplay.
What's with the camera face, anyway?
Well, okay, I just kind of woke up with it. Oddly enough, it doesn't hurt, and my vision seems kind of fine, but I don't know. Last thing I remember was staring through a camera when the bomb went off, so it must have... yeah.
Usually in most roleplays, they kind of just ignore their Minecraft skins. So seeing how his camera face is addressed in this, it's kind of funny. And it's not just one thing they bring up once, they bring it up continuously that he has a camera for a face.
Don't worry. The group we're after is a man with a camera for a face, a dog...
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. Guess I got a zoom feature on my face now.
Oh, the whole camera thing.
Camera face and a dog.
I think I found him.
Is this what we've been looking for?
No, that's not funny.
Want me to pop him? I can't believe it. An actual camera for a face.
What nice guys. First they shoot me, then they decide to point out my deformed face.
Also, compared to Undertale, the choreography is fantastic, because it's gunfights. There's very little melee battles, and that actually kind of works out better. And even when it is melee battles, the choreography in Fallout isn't that bad. Not only that, there's a lot of attention to detail. Similar to how we did Undertale, there's a lot of facts about the Fallout world pushed into this roleplay. Different creatures, types of characters, it's done very well. But of course, there are going to be some problems. First we got... well, fuck. To be perfectly honest, I have no problems with Fallout. It's good story, good characters, good visuals, good everything. It's an all-around good roleplay. But why is it at number 3? Well, the only reason is because the number 2 and number 1 roleplays are so amazing that, in comparison, it doesn't stand out. But Fallout is definitely a roleplay worth checking out.